The Joker won. Harvey's prosecution, everything you fought for. I'm done. Whatever chance you gave us of fixing our city dies with Harvey's reputation. We bet it all on him. The Joker took the best of us and tore him down. People will lose hope.
They won't. They must never know what he did.
5 dead. 2 of them cops. You can't sweep that.
But the Joker cannot win. Gotham needs its true hero. You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. I can do those things because I'm not a hero, not like Dent. I killed those people. That's what I can be.
No, you can't. You're not.
I'm whatever Gotham needs me to be. Call it in.
A hero. Not the hero we deserved, but the hero we needed. Nothing less than a knight. Shining. They'll hunt you.
You'll hunt me. You'll condemn me. Set the dogs on me. Because that's what needs to happen. Because sometimes the truth isn't good enough. Sometimes people deserve more. Sometimes people deserve to have their faith rewarded.
Why is he running, Dad?
Because we have to chase him.
Okay, we're going in! Go!
He didn't do anything wrong.
Because he's the hero Gotham deserves. But not the one it needs right now. So we'll hunt him. Because he can take it. Because he's not our hero. He's a silent guardian. A watchful protector. A dark knight.
There are 3 ways to make a living in this business. Be first, be smarter, or cheat.
What's happening? What's going on? Kevin was right! Winter is coming and we don't have a man! Oh my God.
Hey, yo, lesson here, babe. You come at the king, you best not miss.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
Guys, the bottom line is this. BGS is right.
All right, good people. Okay. Like I said, before we get started, does anyone want to get out? Because this is if you don't like me being ugly, or you don't like me being the what's so called the elder statesman, the consummate gentleman, this is not the place for you today. You need to exit stage left, okay? Ain't the spot for you. I started to do this pre-recorded because I got some shit to say, okay? I Now I know that outside this space, there's a whole bunch of people that have opinions on Kevin and blah blah blah. But I'm talking about the motherfuckers inside this goddamn space, okay? Especially people who are supposed to be fucking goddamn manosphere. Supposed to be black men. Supposed to be black manosphere. Which is part of the reason that the black manosphere is not that much different from the pro-black sector. Okay, it's not that much different. Okay, same kind of backbiting and infighting. Okay, same kind of bullshit. Okay, and basically a lot of the backbiting goes on inside of this space, manosphere, anti-manosphere, is because we just like our goddamn women. Got too many motherfuckers in here that are bitches, and they don't want to admit that they're bitches. Okay. Same kind of backbiting, same kind of bullshit, the same kind of shame, guilt, and need to be motherfucking right. You got a whole lot of motherfuckers in here that need to be right instead of keeping you around a goddamn goal. Now, like fucking Kevin or not like Kevin, okay? I know I like Kevin from the beginning because I knew what he could do. I might not be the smartest motherfucker on the planet. I might not be the best motherfucker on the planet, but I can spot talent. And I knew Kevin could end the fucking educated lame debate that was going on inside the manosphere, right? And there's a whole lot of guys that were in here, they're educated, had been beaten down by their goddamn women and told them they wasn't shit, okay? And they believed it. They believed it. Because you didn't have nobody polishing up their ego, okay? They're just like, like I told Kevin, right? Because Kevin used to talk about this all the time, man. I tell him about this pitcher that used to pitch for the Angels, right? Became a coach, and he went from the Angels, and he went to and played under, I think it was Billy Martin in the for the Yankees, and I asked him what was the difference between playing here in L.A. and playing for Billy Martin. He said Billy Martin was an asshole. Okay, he's a mean ass coach. But guess what he said? The mean coaches get the best out of you. He told me that the mean coaches get the best out of you. We saw it. If you go back and you look at Maverick, Top Gun, right, when he trained those pilots, okay, Maverick was an asshole. He was an asshole, but guess what? He got the best out of those goddamn pilots. That's why I played this with this one with Officer and Gentleman, right? Okay.
I got nowhere else to go. I got nowhere else to go.
Okay. Why I play that? Foley, an Officer and Gentleman. Why it touches people so much. What's his name? Mayo was a fucking fuck up, a selfish ass, nihilistic fuck up. It took Foley being on his ass and breaking him down and being mean to him, and then building his ass back up and getting the best out of it. Turn Mayo's life completely around. There's a whole bunch of people like that. People think John Wooden was the nicest person on the planet, but John Wooden could be an asshole. And he was a tough coach because he wanted the best out of his goddamn players. Kevin was the same way. He wanted the best out of his player. He wanted the best out of the men. So sometimes Kevin could be nice and gentle and congenial. Also, Kevin would turn it back and tell you what you didn't want to fucking hear, because he was right. He was right. And all these women that the two things that happened to the black manosphere that was absolute blind luck. You could not have predicted it, okay? You could not have predicted it. Even though we would have got there eventually, the thing is blind luck, okay? Instead of it taking us 15, it took us 5. It's because of COVID and Kevin. COVID stripped everybody down and brought everybody down to the same level, okay? And scared the hell out of these goddamn black women that thought they was riding on Uncle Sam's cape. Let's put it that way, for lack of a better term. I'll clean it up a little bit. And I told Kevin before Donald Trump shut down the goddamn economy, okay, and put us into COVID lockdown. I said what's getting ready to happen to this economy. Donald Trump's going to close it down because he's scared. Donald Trump does not want to lose 10 million people on his watch. He does not want to do it. He does not want to go down with it because he's the one that signed the goddamn gain of function papers, and he knew it. If 10 million people die on his watch, Donald Trump's name will go down in infamy. Okay, he might still be the worst president the United States ever had, you know, with this Iran shit. But the thing is, he would have went down as the most infamous president on the planet if he allowed 10 million people to die because of his signature, and he knew it. That's why he locked it down. Now, Kevin, they're getting ready to lock this down, and guess what's going to happen? Women are going to start getting laid off and start losing their jobs, and they're going to get scared because they can't pay their rent and they can't eat. Okay, they're going to get scared. When men get scared and men face adversity, men work harder, okay? What women do is they work harder to find somebody to take care of them. That's what they do. That's just being a woman. They're doing that shit now. That's why you're getting all the reach backs and the reach rounds and the circle backs, okay? Before a blue collar man wasn't good enough, okay? 5 years ago, I need a high value man that makes 6 figures and yada yada yada. Now they're looking for a fucking welder. Because the economy's gotten that bad, okay? So I know women, okay? I know where they're going. I said they're going to start at the top. Said, ain't no broad on the planet going to start at the bottom. She's going to start at the top, okay? I want me a 6-figure guy making 150 or more. I want him to be educated. I want him to have a white-collar career. I knew that was going to happen, okay? Knew that was going to happen. Now I'll say exactly right. I said these bitches. I said you got 600 guys that make 100K or better, right? That are white collar, that are professionals. You got programmers, you got engineers, you got doctors, you got policemen, you got PhDs, all in your mix. Okay, you got 600 of these guys, right? Okay, and guess what? When you announce that you have them, guess who's gonna come knocking? Trying to qualify for those men, okay? The same chicks that call them educated lames, same chicks that called your guys that you polished up educated lames, okay? They're gonna come knocking, and they did. And I said when they come knocking, and they're gonna come to you trying to qualify, figure out how to qualify for them kind of guys, okay? I said make them bitches pay. Make them pay. Now, to be fair, the men in the mix, the black men wanted black wives, okay? To be fair. And he said and he told me that they wanted to find out how to find quality women that would be good wives to them, right? Okay, so Kevin said, I've been talking to the guys for 4 or 5 years, okay? I've been talking to the guys, telling them what to wear, how to dress, what skills to build up, how to network, all that kind of stuff, which he had been doing for about 4 or 5 years, okay? He said, okay, now you want wives, so now I need to go talk to the women. That's how come he put it out there, okay? That's how come he gave you the description of the kind of guy, which is a high value man. He gave you the itinerary of what it was, the qualifications of what a high value man actually was, right? And he says, and it's based on what you guys want, not what he thought was, necessarily was high value. Even though the high value man is not his concept, okay? High value man has been around for like 30 years, okay? But seeing it's the concept of what women want out of a guy. Now, did they have to show up every night? Thousands of them? No, they didn't. Did they have to call in? No, they didn't. Did they have to listen to them? No, they didn't. Guess what they did? They all lined up. They all asked for the same goddamn thing. In fact, Kendra G has made millions of dollars, okay, off of selling the same guy that Kevin Kevin was offering, okay, same guy. So she ain't got no high value, man. She don't have no mix, okay. All she doing is she's selling the possibility. Like I remember. What's the name? You used to talk about the possibility of sex, right? She's selling the possibility of getting a high value guy. That's like the Invest Tech, okay? When they had that thing in Atlanta called, I think it's called Invest something, right? Okay. And they actually had a dating mixer right in the middle of all that shit. Okay, why? It's because guess what? Half the people that came there didn't not look for investments. They were looking for what? A guy that's into investing. They're looking for a high value dude. Okay, and guess where you find them? You don't find them at the local club. You don't find them down at the bar. You don't find them at the little restaurant where you eat at. You find them where they're going to be at. That's like Afro Tech and all these other tech things where so-called high-value men or high-earning men show up at. They're showing up at, right? Okay. Now they're getting smart. Before you couldn't get them to go there. I'm not going there with those lames, okay? They ain't having no fun. They ain't got no tattoos. They ain't doing. Now they all going, right? This is after Kevin. After Kevin and after COVID, okay? Because Kevin held up a mirror to him. ARC talk about the possibility of sex, okay? And the thing is, they're mad. Like I told Kevin, I said, Kevin, you're a lot nicer than me. I said, some of the stuff you told them chicks, you're a lot nicer than me. Because he let them rate themselves, okay? In other words, if you want one of the guys, if you can find a 6-figure guy that ain't polished, okay, that's wearing whatever he's wearing, right? He's not polished. He's not acceptable to the upper class women, okay? Well then, yeah, if you can find him and he's making 6 figures, you got a white collar job, you got a shot, okay? But that's not what you want. You want the guy at the finish line. You want the guy that's polished. You want the guy that the white collar women want. And to do that, you got to qualify. Got to qualify for it. And it's not just you got a fucking degree, because you ain't no dude. They want certain things out of their women. And the biggest thing he used to tell them, you got to shut the fuck up. That's the one thing that black women will not do. They will not shut the fuck up. Okay? They're still mad at that. That's how come they can't hold on to them. No, and he's being nice about her being average at best. Okay? Being nice. 35 years old with a 13-year-old kid, and I don't care if you make 6 figures, it doesn't matter. Okay? You're not pretty, and your attitude sucks. That's how come you ain't got no dude. Otherwise, you wouldn't be calling in, okay? Most modern black women today, if they do have a degree, if they do have something going for them, are like this. This is who they are. We found that shit out during the Kamala Harris run. Okay, found out exactly who they were. Okay, you just from low to high. Okay, from the low class chicks in the ghetto to the high class chicks that deal with high class dudes. Okay, supposedly deal with high class dudes. Y'all sound exactly the same. You're aggressive, you're mean, and basically, what man that has options wants to put up with that, okay? And now you're mad that the average dude has options. He can get on a plane and go to Colombia for $300. What he used to, shout out to Spirit Airlines. Who's the fuck? We should have saved Spirit Airlines. We should have all got together and donated $100 to save Spirit Airlines, okay? So we can keep flying to Colombia. It'd have been worth. It'd have been worth our while to take one for 100,000 guys to take a ticket price and say Spirit Airlines, okay, and keep them functional where you can actually fly cheaply to Colombia and to the DR. Okay, we fucked up. So all you passport bros, you fucked up. Y'all should have saved Spirit Airlines. I said this gets worse every time I say something. The thing is that all Kevin did was hold up a mirror to these chicks. Okay, that's all he did. And he hurt their feelings. He's a lot nicer than I would, because you got 3 baby mamas and blah blah blah. Because I'd have gone into, okay, well, what happened to the first baby daddy? Well, it didn't work out. How come it didn't work out? Why you have a baby by him if it's not going to work out? How come you didn't marry him before you had that baby? Well, it didn't work out. Well, so how about the second time? Well, how about the third time? Well, I mean, you carried a whole baby for 10 months for a guy that you didn't like. It's bullshit. A guy that wasn't going to work out. It's bullshit. And the thing is, whatever caused you to carry that baby for that guy for 10 months, it's still with you. You're going to carry it into that marriage with the next dude, okay? Don't ask me how the fuck I know. What you did with that first baby daddy tells that the next guy what kind of woman that you are. A high value man is not. If you had a baby for a low class dude, okay, unless you like 15 or 14 or at best 17, okay, where you don't know how he's going to turn out, it tells that the high value man everything he needs to know about you, okay, that you're a low class female. You are a reflection of the man that you had a baby by. Don't ask me how the fuck I know. God have told him that. Kevin was too nice. Kevin would let them rate themselves. Okay, well, Kevin would have them, say that there were 6 or 7. Now he would question it. Okay, he'd question it, and he asked them to ask him, why do you think that you're a 7? Because a lot of them chicks were 4s to 5s. I'd have told that the one chick, the average is best, you're 4. Which is still average, but you're on the low side of average. Why would a dude that has options pick you? If a dude's making 100, you making 100, you want a dude making 150, a dude that's making 150 has options, okay? Why would he pick you? A single mother with a kid, with an attitude, and that's a 4. Why would he pick you? Now, Kevin was nice about it. And women still got pissed. They said, well, he could have uplifted us. He wasn't there to uplift you. He was there to tell you what the fuck you was doing wrong so that you could turn your life around and get the man that you say you wanted. Because I tell you what, all the upper class chicks that were dealing with those kind of guys, okay, they knew exactly what kind of guys, what kind of women those guys actually wanted. Now they had to tweak some things, okay, to get that guy. But the thing is, he would tell them how to tweak themselves. Okay, what do you need to do? Who you need to be around? And the first thing he was asking, have you been around these guys? And this is brilliant, because they had to reflect on that. Have you been around the kind of guys that you say that you want? Have you been around the guy? Have you been around the guys that you say that you want? The high value man that you say you want? Okay, because there's a lot of truckers that make $100,000 a year. Is that what you want? There's plumbers that make $100,000 a year. Is that what you want? You don't want that guy because he's blue collar. But you're a blue collar bitch wanting a wife, a guy that's in the office because you want to brag to your females. The thing, they treated Kevin like the lottery office. Okay, I'm trying to punch this lottery ticket. I want you to tell me what is what's the lottery number so I can get this high value dude that I know I don't really qualify for. Young and dumb is not a get out of jail free card. It is not a get out of jail free card, but it can be used as a modifier for an excuse. Okay, if you're 14, 15 years old, you don't know. Okay, you can claim I didn't know and be right. You didn't know. But if you're 25, if you're 21, 22, 23, you have to do the same shit, and you've done it more than once, okay, you do know. That means that's a disqualifier. If you're young and dumb, it could be your family, it could be the crowd you ran in, it could be the school that you went to, the stuff that you don't have no control over. So if you're 14, 15 and you get a baby or something like that, okay, that can be, you can modify that, but then you have to prove that you've overcome your situation. But it's a modifier. If you only have one, now if you got 2, 3, 4 more after that, okay, that's who you are. But now I did watch I did watch the documentary, and basically he tried to balance it out. The people that were for Kevin and talked about the positives, and then mostly women on the other side talk about the negatives. Okay, so he balanced it out. So it wasn't really about him per se; it's about his perception by the people that watched him. Now he played a couple of clips from Kevin, but he really didn't go deeply into detail what Kevin's philosophy was or anything like that. He basically dealt with the perception of Kevin. I dealt with the perception of Kevin inside this space, okay? And I went to bat for Kevin inside the space, even against the people inside the Black Manosphere. It's because I knew if we got lucky enough where he could take us, and he did, okay? Kevin, people don't like it. Kevin Samuels was the Moses of the Black Manosphere because he got us out of Egypt. Okay, he got black men out of bondage. He freed black men from fucking bondage, and then you got the high value men. Then you got the passport bros. Then you got all these other people just springing out, okay, with a different mindset, okay. These motherfuckers wasn't jumping on planes going to the DR in Colombia and to Brazil and to Africa just like that before Kevin. They weren't. And some did, but those you older guys, they were pretty near retirement, okay. When Kevin got through, that stuff exploded. It exploded for two reasons. One, Kevin brought the wealth of information that he collected from inside this Black Manosphere that people weren't listening to, okay? And two, what COVID did make monks out of 90% of guys, okay? In other words, that relationship and that coochie was a fucking drug, okay? And basically they had to go through 1 year of the shakes to get rid of that, right? And when they go, anybody ever get off of sugar for like 3 months? Okay, say you're a sugar junkie like me, and you get off of sugar for like 3 months, and then you go back to taste it, and sugar is the nastiest substance you've ever tasted. You didn't know sugar tasted that nasty because it's the first time you tasted it. Same thing with relationships, man. Once you kind of cut that cord and you get away from dealing with the women, you know, for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, a year, okay, it's hard to go back to them because they start really fucking irritating you. Because you actually realize how fucking needy they are, okay? They have you believing that you're the needy one. No, they're the needy one. Kevin was sent to break up the works of Oprah. Basically, okay, Oprah is part of it. Oprah's part of it, but basically this has been a very long pattern since emancipation. Okay, it's been a very long pattern. Okay. Du Bois documented it, Frazier documented it, Clark documented it, Moynihan documented it. It's been documented ever since then. Okay, and the thing is, black men had been so captured and brainwashed by this black matriarchal system. Okay, well, I just heard Boyce Watkins, man. Mr. Purple Pill himself, probably Mr. Blue Pill himself. Okay, talk about the black matriarchy. When he talked about when he talked about Stephen A. Smith and NABJ. He actually used the black matriarchy. Okay, motherfucker, it took you 20 years to admit it that it actually existed, and you went up against us that it didn't exist, and it comes right out of your mouth. The same shit that we've been talking about for 20 years. Okay, but the thing is, it took a very seismic event like COVID to actually break the backs of this, right? And when black men came out the other side, especially after listening to Kevin and what Kevin had to say, what Kevin had to say about the women, and Kevin had to say about your value as a man and what women actually are, okay? And then you start looking at TikTok and all this other kind of stuff and seeing that he's right. Black men came out with a completely different attitude, not only socially but also politically too. Because right after that, you got what? The Ice Cube effect, when black men started leaving the Democratic Party. And the black Democratic Party matriarchy that's ran by black women. Okay, he started leaving that. But all of a sudden, black men had slowed down on being stepdaddies, and they went on. They started a stepdaddies union, right? Basically, we're on strike. Passport Bros blew up after Kevin because he actually breached that glass ceiling. Okay, he breached it. Okay, that's how come you got the fucking manosphere in Korea. Got the fucking manosphere in China, using the same principles that the black manosphere laid down. Oprah was only a tool. Okay, she was a tool. Okay, Oprah was a good tool. Oprah was the. I said, who can I compare Oprah to? Oh, now I get Oprah would be the Pearl of today. Okay, that's how they sent Pearl to. The thing is, they sent Pearl and Andrew. Well, they didn't want Andrew Tate. Okay, Andrew Tate just had to luck into the spot. Okay, when Kevin died, Kevin left a breach. Okay, because he had pierced that veil, and all the manosphere people started flooding through, white and black. So they don't want to mention Kevin's name, so they substitute his name with Andrew Tate and Myron from Fresh and Fit. Okay, Myron and Fresh and Fit broke out is because Kevin checked that white chick on air in front of them, and the white manosphere went completely nuts because he checked their bitch on air. People hate Kevin because they hate what he made them see in the mirror and force. The thing is, women. What they couldn't understand is women, night after night, day after day, came to him. Okay, and you could see them repeat themselves. Kendra G is basically picking up on the same thing. All they doing is instead of going to Kevin, they go to Kendra G asking for the same shit. Okay, and all the other dating coaches asking for the same shit. And the thing is, Kendra G is starting to sound like Kevin. Believe it or not, okay, she sounds just like him now. When she first started, she was, we're going to see if we can find you somebody. And after about a couple years, after 2 or 3 years, Kendra G sounds just like Kevin. A lot of your dating coaches sound just like Kevin. A lot of your purple pill coaches sound just like Kevin. You had a lesbian, okay, a woman that's a lesbian that ran a whole female cult, okay, that started dating women, and guess what? When she found out how women really were when you date them, she comes back. She sounds just like Kevin. So, and I get a whole bunch of people. You know, I could find tons of TikToks, man, where chicks hated Kevin about especially older women talk about you're washed up at when you get over 35 you're leftover, right? Okay, women don't know where that comes from. I pointed out it's your old. I'll have to say go talk to your OBGYN. Okay, she'll tell you why you're left over at 35. She'll tell you why you're left over at 25. But you don't listen to her or him. Like I said, it's not that goddamn hard. It's been documented. But y'all still arguing about it at 40, 50 years old. You know, bitch, you know why you left over at 50. Why we playing? The guy you should have landed before you got 30, okay? Like Sierra did. Sierra was 29. She knew better. Sierra said, I need to stick this landing, and she did. It ain't that hard. Kevin did what most people wouldn't do. Held him accountable. Yeah, he did. The thing is, he didn't even hold them accountable. They held themselves accountable. All he did was hold up the mirror. With what you have, with your package, with your 4 kids by 3 baby daddies, and you being an average chick, how are you gonna get a high value man? What in your bag qualifies you for that guy? Why should he take all the hard work he's done to make himself who he is? Why should he pick you and your baggage? And then you want to spend all that money on you. What are you bringing to the table? How are you gonna make his life better? They never ask that because they know they can't. Boys pronouncing the word matriarchy. Yeah. He just, if you go back to him talking about Stephen A. Smith and the NABJ, he sure did use the matriarchy amongst other things. Okay, that he normally doesn't use. Just like we talk about body count, and these white femmes talking about body count. Man, this bullshit, man. I knew body count mattered back in the 90s. Okay, I knew body count mattered when I was out, in my 20s, messing around. Right? You can tell a high body count chick from a low body count chick. I didn't know the science about it until 95. Okay, I read the book, The Alchemy of Love and Lust. She told you why. Okay. And after that, had a whole bunch of other people that are sexologists in OBGYN tell the women exactly the same goddamn thing about body count and why it affects you. And Ro Tomasi was sitting there on that show when KS checked that. He sure did. Rolo couldn't check it. Rolo still to this day hates. I do mean hates Kevin Samuels. Hates him. Even though he blew up afterward, after Kevin got big and opened up the whole world to the manosphere, and especially the black manosphere, guess what he did? He collected them checks, didn't he? Pearl wouldn't have gotten that big if it wasn't for Kevin. She told you that she got there because of Kevin. She told you that. Anyway, I want to play a little bit of this, okay? Because he had one of our favorites did a video today. I don't know why she did it today. Talk about fuck Kevin Samuels. But which is really why I'm doing this. Got a couple people. The one I'll play, one I won't. Okay. So I want to play a little bit of this. Because you have gynocrats that's still pissed off. Okay, talk about what did he do? Man, he changed. He changed. Kevin changed the world. Okay, the black manosphere and Kevin changed the fucking world. Not gonna lie, I miss Kevin so much, man. The cologne, but he still got it in the in his archives. Man, you need to go back and look at it. You know, what I hate, he didn't get the full benefit of his work. Okay, he died before he got the full benefit. That's why I'm pissed off. Okay, he could have left, but he didn't get the full benefit of his work. That's what I was upset about because, like I said, people deserve to have their faith rewarded, in my opinion. Now this is freaking May the Alchemist. And I'll play a little bit of this. I'm speed it up a little bit because they do talk slow. And play just a little bit of this because this is
kind of strange because they be kind of old. You know what I'm saying? And when I say old, I'm saying they're not 18, they're not 20. And the whole point of the panel is for you to have discussions and let other people talk. And I noticed that too. People don't ask other people questions. Don't you want people to also expand on what they're saying? I rarely see that. So I'm not just saying it because they talk too much. And I'm talking about any of the men who come consistently to panels, at least in this space. They want to grab the mic, hold the mic. They'll battle other men for the mic, cut each other off. And I just feel like it's kind of like they're suffering from being silent.
Everybody suffers from being silent, okay? So why the fuck you on a fucking mic? The first person who said they want to be heard and they want to be seen are females, okay? Which is why I had an all-female panel, okay? Because men haven't been heard. That's how come they want to be heard.
Or feeling silenced, or maybe they don't have a voice in their regular life, or, ooh, that's kind of cool. You know, the idea of like domestic stuff being a new wave of like a revival, sewing and all kind of stuff. Because this is stuff I like to do anyway. My mother was a sewer, my mom, and I saw the chat just get bitter and nasty. It's filled with incels, and she was co-signing everything they would say.
This incel shit is overused, okay? Ain't that goddamn many fucking incels, okay? Incels become a slurred word like gay. Ain't that many motherfucking gay black men, okay? Maybe at best 10%, okay? Incel, there ain't that many goddamn motherfucking black incels, black male incels. Maybe 5%, if that, okay? And you can tell who they are because they're on a fucking spectrum. You can tell who they are. You know, incels are a very particular group, okay? A very small, very particular group. You got people on the spectrum like Besson, and you got people like Musk that are on that spectrum, but they're not fucking incels, okay? Incels are basically emotionally emotionally stunted, where they don't feel. Those are incels, okay? And they can't communicate their feelings. Those are fucking incels. You talk about incels. Incels and angry black men on a panel are not incels. They might not want what they're getting, but they're not incels.
Right. I found her before Kevin Samuels. So what she did was a flip. She went from talking about, sacredness and women. She wasn't so much shaming and talking about women in a negative way. She was trying to actually speak to how women could improve, those who want to listen. And so I made a lot of assumptions about Chantel. I had assumed she was already married. She didn't talk about her personal life. So
talking about Chantel Simone? Oh gosh. Okay. Number one, Chantel Simone is an islander. Okay. Chantel Simone is not an FBA. What do you call it? I hate that term. An American black woman. Okay. She's not a black American. She comes from a different culture. So different cultures see things different ways. Okay. But black women, God bless them. Because you're a certain color, all people that look similar act the same way, and they don't. And sometimes black men do the same shit. Just because you look a certain way, you speak a certain way, they don't know any nuance. Okay, in her world, where she comes from, the dumb shit that y'all do doesn't make sense.
Assume that the way she talks, close your legs, don't get yourself played, don't play yourself, that kind of stuff.
Yes. That's old school.
She went from like being a femininity coach with like a tad of what's that lady's name? With the ugly fucking frog bitch, the Muslim bitch, Crimson Cure. She had
Oh, see, there we go. Now she talks about people being negative and harsh, okay? And she does the exact same thing, okay? I'm trying to get to where she talked about Kevin.
like a pinch of Crimson Cure, but not a lot. Every So that was my point of going up there. No matter what this motherfucker said, he was not able to do any of those things. He didn't accomplish anything, not family, man, that he's talking about. This man has so many failures. His wife consistently made more money than him. He had a very low income. Most of the time, she was the breadwinner. She was carrying the household while he was unemployed, or he didn't make money at all, really. So she paid for everything to care of this Negro. This is a kept man. This is a bitch ass kept man.
No, he wasn't. Kevin made good money. Kevin made real good money when he was selling. He made good money.
Sitting up here talking to y'all niggas, trying to tell y'all that y'all need to make $100,000, and he never in his life, through his own hard work, regular means, made $100,000. And y'all sitting there listening.
How do you know? How do you know that he never made $100,000? You don't even know the man.
To this fool, and he was fake. This man was taking back candles and perfume. He used the shit up, and he go to Lenox Mall and to the Plaza, which is a mall, and he takes the shit back. This nigga was buying clothes and then returning them. There's history of this. This nigga is fake. He's a fraud. Then when the video came out, and that's why I wanted to show the video. This was proof and evidence. You have a whole nother person who is not invested in YouTube. They don't even know who Kevin Samuels is, and they're treating him like who he is, a bum. This nigga was renting a room. He was renting a fucking room, and he couldn't even pay his bills, okay? And he's sitting up there telling men about being high value, talking down to men, talking down to women, telling women what they can and do and don't deserve and all these types of shit.
But the thing is, was the motherfucker right? Okay? Why do you think the guy's listening to him? He was right. And you have a whole bunch of people that went to his seminars and went to his classes can tell you that Kevin was who he was, okay? Kevin told you, he basically had a whole bunch of people that went to his seminars and took classes with him years before you found out who he was. Years before you found out who he was. And they can tell you, okay? I know a whole bunch of them, okay, that took his classes.
Dude, you are renting a room in your fucking 50s. You are a joke. You don't have
renting that room.
Any room to talk about anybody. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So that was my point of going up there. No matter what this motherfucker said, he was not able to do any of those things. He didn't accomplish anything. Not family, not career, not money, not anything. And it's only because he dumped on black women that his ass had even a bit of success in his late fucking years. He was a cheerleader. He was effeminate. Okay? He was gay.
Yeah, but he died. He died on top of a bitch. He was gay. See, this is stuff I'm talking about. Okay? This stuff I'm talking about. The character assassination. Now, if you had all that fucking proof that you had when he was alive, you should have brought it out. And you're in Atlanta right along with him. You're in Atlanta right with him. And all these bitches in Atlanta could not prove that he was fake. That all these people.
So y'all letting a gay man who's failed at being a fake hetero.
See, the thing is, like the gay man is. Now this is why these motherfuckers can go to hell. Okay, they can go to hell. We have people on the inside that knew this man, that knew him, that knew where he lived, and visited him. Okay, and partied with him, and took classes with him. What the fuck you talking about? He wasn't hiding. This is what I'm talking about. You know, like I said, fuck these people, okay? He's dead. You still mad at him because regardless of what you think he hadn't accomplished, okay? He accomplished something that you've never even come close, which is change the world. How hard it is to change the world? You know how hard it is to have this kind of influence on the world, even in death? People kill for that. He was trying to help because Kevin told me, he said Kevin used to get calls from other groups of women because they knew the value of these guys, right? And they had what these guys wanted, which is the Asians and the Latinos and the white women were calling him, trying to get hold of these guys, right? And he said, I want to work with black women because I want to see black marriage because I'm a black man. That's what he wanted. He did that shit on purpose. He said, because he used to, in fact, he did it a couple times just for effect, right? He had a couple white women call in, and he tell them, man, I understand that you want and appreciate these kind of guys, but guess what? I'm trying to hold this out for black women. He was trying to help them, and Kendra G is doing the exact same thing. Trying to help these dumb chicks, okay? And the thing is, they don't improve themselves. It's because they don't. I'm thinking it's not they don't want to. I think they don't know how. They're not capable. Which is what I was afraid of. I used to tell that to Dr. Johnson all the time. I said they're gonna have to change. But I'm just saying the thing is, I don't think it's gonna come from lack of want. I think it's gonna be lack of them being capable. They've been all this negative shit is embedded in them over like 20 generations. Man, it's gonna be hard to dig that shit out. Okay, it'll be hard to dig that shit out. We just saw this with this. Now I don't know what that streamer was. The stream was a fake. It was real. Okay, but like somebody showed me. I think it's a commentary showed me that I Speed went through the exact same thing with his mama. You have a kid that is succeeding, okay? And they're trying to tear him down and tear up his success, okay? Because they're fucking jealous. Because that's who they are. May is nasty on the inside and on the outside. I can't believe she's married. Kicked out Speed at 14. Yes, I'm talking about. And then fought him around with her hand out. That's like, that's how come. The reason I let people listen to May is because May is a typical gynocrat, okay? And May doesn't have a filter. Whatever's wrong with May don't have a filter. And May shows you exactly who the fuck she is. Now the thing is, she got I've heard her with her husband. Okay, her husband tamps that shit down. Okay, whatever they got going, she don't do that shit to him. She knows better. That's how come she comes here and tries to do that shit to us, because she can't do it to him. It's got to come out somewhere, right? I do believe that last streamer who got him, whose mama was beating on his head. I think she was a teacher too. My daughter's a teacher. Trust and believe, okay? When they go to school and they go on their job, okay, they become a different person. My daughter's a teacher. She ain't that way at home. Okay, so I know black women know how to separate their work life from their home life. Okay, they put that mask on when they go to work. Now it's not even a generational curse, man. It's a culture that's been passed down. It's never been corrected. Okay, which is why Clark and Moynihan came together and said, okay, if we're going to integrate these people into the white collective, and we have to integrate them, we're going to have to start fixing these people, okay? We have to correct that slave matriarchal mindset that's been with black people by force. I'm not saying that they chose it. By force for 200 years, we have to start doing things to actually change that, okay? And change how the black family works, and they weren't successful because the white women, two kind of people didn't want that shit. Black men to succeed. Okay, it's white women and black women. After the video, his mom, he made 20K. What I'm saying is, okay. Now I don't know if, like I said, that's why I don't know whether it's intentional or not. Okay, I'm hoping that it's not a con. I don't think it is because I've seen black women do the same shit. Okay. I've seen if you look at Brittany Renner and still trying to embarrass her baby daddy, even though she's collecting, $10,000, $12,000 a month on child support. Okay, she's still trying to ruin his career. White women would never do that. White women never do that. Okay, you ain't never seen a white streamer embarrassed by his mama on live TV, on a live stream. Okay. The thing is, when I saw it, it didn't surprise me because black women, these are black women, right? This is them, right? Notice the neck, okay? That's black women. Okay. Now he hit he hit a. The thing is, once you hit that breach, okay, because trust me, I've been in the black manosphere. The so-called 1.0 got killed by the gynocracy. They killed 1.0 killed the first iteration of the so-called black manosphere, right? When they first got together, right? Okay. They tried in year 2 to kill ours, but they weren't successful because we're too smart. Because bitch, I did this with geopolitics with much more powerful people and much smarter people than you. So I knew that you could basically, all you could do is slow it down. Okay. I knew how to get around your blocks. That's like when they killed a couple people's channels and a certain YouTuber hid couple YouTubers hid theirs. Okay, because they didn't want that smoke. And I'm the fucking Dark Knight in this bitch. Okay, come at me, cause I can take it. Come chase me. Okay, cause I'm not a hero. I'm not a hero like Kevin. Come at me. I'm not a hero like Dr. Tiosan Johnson. I'm not a hero like Dr. Neal. I ain't a hero. I'm that dude. Okay, I'm whatever Gotham needs me to be. So I don't care. So I let them come at me. Like they didn't want Dr. T and the PhDs in the sector. Okay, they try to drive them out. Still trying to drive them out. Still talking shit. But I told very prominent people in this space. Okay, if you want to go after them, you got to come through me. And trust and believe. Okay, you're gonna have some battle scars coming through me. You're gonna wish that you hadn't. And they backed off and left them alone. And guess what? How many PhDs we got in this sector now? Like 20, using their name and their title. We didn't have any. And that's how come the politicians and all these other people pay attention to you. That's basically the ice cube effect. Couldn't have been created by the average dude. It couldn't have been me. It had to be somebody with a PhD like Dr. Neal. Damn near cost him his job, but guess what? All of a sudden now, the black Democratic Party has a man problem. 3 years later, they have a man problem after Dr. Neal came up with the ice cube effect. Okay, and now the Democratic Party has a white man problem because it started with us. Don't tell me we don't have no fucking effect on this goddamn planet or this sector. Have a huge effect. I said, BGS, more I got 9 letters behind my name. May is content. Content with what? Okay, the thing is about isolating from. Okay, the thing is, and this is something. Even though BLM had to take it down, right? Okay, because they're lesbians. Okay, and this coming from the slave plantation. Okay, that's how come it's a slave a slave-based culture. Okay, black men were not fucking part of the fucking family. The family was the mother and her children. Had been for a long time. That's how come you can have a woman can have 8, 9 kids by 5 guys. Is because her and her kids are the family, not the man. The man is replaceable. That's how come they don't see no problem with stepdaddies. That stepdaddy is replaceable. He's an object. They don't want to invest in their son because to them outside of breaking your back or going out and scheming or going to jail because you done stole something and brought the money home. You got big time drug dealers making millions of dollars, right? When they come out after their bid, they're broke. Why are they broke? Because the goddamn woman done spent the money. So, I'm actually going to pull it because we have I think her name is Diane Stewart. I think her name is Diane Stewart. She wrote a book called Black Women, Black Love. She talked about a Africana kinship collective, right? Where a woman can go from man to man to man to man to man, right, and settle on the man that she wants that's gonna make her happy. In other words, serial marriage. Black women. So basically, all being a woman having 4 or 5 kids by 4 or 5 different guys. All that is a serial monogamy. Okay, serial marriage. That's all it is. Black Islam has the same goddamn problem. Them women don't stay married to them dudes for 50, 60 years, man. They go from man to man. I had a piece in the Philadelphia, the Islamic people from Philadelphia, right? They're Philadelphia mosque. They're saying the same goddamn thing that I'm saying. Every time I hear about these shit, the same shit happens, okay? Just because you change the name of it doesn't mean you change the black women. I was actually on a private call with somebody, and we so fucking blue pill. I'm explaining. He's telling me his goddamn problem. I'm explaining to him why the problem exists, and he doesn't want to believe it because he wants to believe what he wants to believe. Okay. Nobody wants to investigate why. That's like when they tell you about polyamory. They don't want to tell you the black family sold your ass out to white women. They don't want to admit that because they would have the need to be right. Since I put up, it's word that Sister Betty was stepping out on Malcolm. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Malcolm, number one, Malcolm was no saint. Okay, he was no saint. You know where he came from. Martin Luther King was no saint. So. If Sister Betty did step out on him, she stepped out on him. But thing is, did she support him to the day he died? Yes, she did. Did she take care of his children? Yes, she did. Okay. Now, what they did inside their marriage, now we ain't gonna talk about what what's going on inside of Islam. Okay. The Nation of Islam. We're not going to talk about the stuff that's going on inside of there. So I'm not surprised. These people are not saints, okay? So the thing is, did they accomplish their purpose that they set out to do? Kevin was no saint. He'd be the first to tell you he's no saint. But the thing is, did he accomplish what he set out to do? Yes, he did. And probably accomplished more than he thought he could. So the thing is, I don't care what they say about him. Okay, well, he was gay and he lived in his own room and he borrowed the clothes. It doesn't even fucking matter. Okay, did he accomplish what he's supposed to accomplish? Did he inspire men to actually go out and be better? Did he inspire them to actually take their options seriously? Yes, he did. and not just black men, men all over the world. You got people in Russia that have the so-called Kevin Samuels of Russia or the Kevin Samuels of China. I don't care if the motherfucker pushed bottles. Okay, did he accomplish what he set out to do? Yes, he did. So you can attack his reputation. You can attack what you thought what the fuck he did. Guess what? The effect is still the effect. Now, since I did use some people's shit, okay, I'm gonna give a little elbow grease for so-called people, the haters, to bring their black asses up if they want to say something. Cause I know what he did. I know what he did for me. I know he was working fucking 18 hours a day trying to get this stuff off, okay? And the fact, and well, you told about women. YouTube is not a fucking easy job. It is not. YouTube has like a 98% failure rate, okay? That's how bad it is for content creators. It's got a 98% failure rate. Unless you pick the right sector and you pick the right lane and you have the right information, you're gonna fail. YouTube has a 98% failure rate. My favorite case video was the one about hygiene, nothing that compares to it. You can go back. Did he go? He didn't get his degree from the University of Oklahoma, even though he worked as an engineer. Go look it up. Okay, it's in his bio. It's in the bio. You can go look it up, see if he worked where he said he worked at. Any place he's been, you can see. You can actually go back and look and see, did he work where he worked at. I said, "Where's my waffles?" The Waffle House King. I hope he got I hope he got his search, man, because you need to cut out on the waffle and get your search, man, and get that out of the way. You got to nail down your search, man. If you need help, you got a whole bunch of people in Cleo's sector to help you get through your search, man. You need to go ahead and get that locked down. I understand why we spend so much time on minutia, whether a person is a saint or not, rather than seeing a person's work. We have to do better. It's because they can't attack anything else. The work speaks for itself. Okay. Work speaks for itself. Okay. Did he have a gigantic effect on dating and mating across the planet? Yes, he did. Doesn't matter. Okay. Do people care what did Tyler Perry was sleeping in his car before he made it big? No, they don't. The thing is, the haters, the thing is, they're trying to tear down his character and say that you guys look like fools. Okay, doesn't matter whether we look like fools or not. The effect is what doesn't matter. He could have been the richest person on the planet and failed. Okay, Scott Galloway makes $10 million a year. He doesn't have the same effect that Kevin does. Why is that? I remember discovering the Manosphere had a combative girlfriend that was a hellraiser, like all the rest. I thought I was the only person going through this, and it turns out, exactly. I was telling Jeff that, okay, that the Manosphere. That's why I left the white man. I could have stayed. Man, I could have stayed in the white Manosphere. I could have been right along with Coach Greg Adams and stuff like that. All I had to do was talk the white Manosphere line. Okay, I could have done the exact same thing, shit that they did. Okay, I probably could have even shown my face because they were talking about white people instead of black people. Right? I came here is because black men have a very unique set of circumstances they have to deal with. That's why I came here. I don't care if Kevin was a flaming queen. Did the shit work? Did we get positive benefits from that shit? It doesn't matter what the fuck you think he did, right? Well, Dr. King was a womanizer. Yeah, he probably was. Okay. In fact, there's rumors here, 2 women in L.A. that back in the day that he was womanizing. So the fuck what? Did he accomplish what he's supposed to accomplish? I was a MGTOW. I was a MGTOW when I first got here from 2013 to 2014, maybe even 2015. I was a MGTOW. That's why I cut my teeth in MGTOW. So all the stuff with Rolla Tomasi and reading all the blogs, that kind of stuff. That's where I was. Okay. And I found out that I could not communicate my experience as a black man to white people because they told me it was invalid. I said okay. Since you're white, you have no idea what the fuck we put up with. Okay. I said, let me go over here and to my people, to my black men, and we can chop it up about what we go through. Cause I know what we went through because I was in the pro-black sector. I saw that shit firsthand. So don't tell me that the progressive pro-black women are any different because they're not. That's how come the pro-blacks don't come over here and fuck it with me. Did you bump heads? You know what? I basically, Manosphere 1.0 would for whatever reason, okay, thinks that they're the end all, the be all, and they're not. Okay, the thing is, Manosphere 2.0 or whatever you want to call it, after they got burnt to the ground, because they don't want to admit they got burnt to the ground. Okay, the service got crashed, YouTube kicked them off, all kind of crap happened to them. Right? Okay, they got scattered to the winds. Okay, the thing is, we did not. We actually succeeded where they failed, which is what they're pissed off about. And I keep asking Manosphere 1.0, show me the stuff that you said that was actually better than what we did. And they can't. Because a lot of those Manosphere 1.0 guys were MRA and MGTOWs, okay? They were white. They're part of the white collective. They won't tell you that. No, Average at Best was what went. Average at Best got picked up by what's the name of that site, and it went viral, which is all it really takes. And he had a couple things that went viral that women hated and men loved. And that's all you need. It doesn't matter. Just like the NABJ is trying to do. They're trying to go viral. That's like when they went after Stephen A. Smith. It doesn't matter whether you like him or hate him. It doesn't matter. Are you speaking their name? That's why with the black man, I don't care. I don't give a shit whether you like me or like us or hate us. Doesn't matter. But you have to speak. You have to speak our names. Same thing with Kevin. I don't care whether you love him or hate him. You have to speak his name. And the work will the World Star. Thank you. World Star picked that up, and once World Star picked it up, then he got into the mainstream. And once he got into the mainstream, it was over. Now Kevin was trying to move his way up into the mainstream to make some more money, which I don't blame him. Okay. Before he died, that's why he was working that hard. I don't blame him, but the thing is, he had already taken us from unknown and looked down upon to global fame. Really, everybody knows about us. Okay, in fact, our derivatives, like the Passport Bros, that's a black manosphere concept. Okay, from 2018, 2019 by I think it was Sir Sigma. Okay, he's the one who came up with the concept, and basically it was a very small group inside, on Facebook, and then when Kevin blew up, it blew up with him. And so now, to the point where rich white men are trying to claim the moniker of Passport Bros, what they call elite capture. They're trying to integrate it. Mr. Cartwright, he'll check her. Mr. Cartwright won't accept her. Okay. And that's the other thing that's been blowing. That's one thing, like Mr. Z says, the internet will expose you all, right? Okay, that's what they're finding out. Because the Africans are coming over here exposing these black chicks about the bullshit that they're talking. Okay, I got a couple South Sudanese, man. They come over exposing y'all because they're trying to be like you. They know that white men don't like you. Because South Sudanese, the black women that are dark that come over here, they can't date white men like that, and they know it. Guess who they date? Black American men. Escape velocity. That's why I put it out. Things like escape velocity and stuff like that. You know what I'm getting tired of hearing? The people you took and keep using that I started. Okay. That I think I don't know if I coined it or took it from someplace else. I would pop the balloon. I actually called it a humiliation ritual. Right now, everybody's using that goddamn term. Okay, everybody's using it because it fits. That's like sign language. People use it because it fits. But all the Kevin Samuels need to go to hell, man. Because guess what? At this point, when he died, did they disparage his name? And so all you're gonna do is spread his name. It don't matter, because the work speaks for itself. The work speaks for itself. They've been trying to replace. Why do you think Jeff is so popular? Why do you think Jeff is so popular? He's not popular just because of his background. He's popular because he has some same attributes that Kevin did, right? And they're trying to hook onto him early. See, Kevin caught people by surprise, okay? Even fame even caught Kevin by surprise because nobody saw COVID coming. He couldn't predict that COVID would actually make him famous, but it did. And the thing is, that's what I told him. I told Kevin when he first, I said, when you get on it, man, ride it till the wheels fall off, okay? Make your money and ride this shit till the wheels fall off, okay? Because there's no telling when it's going to stop, okay? And even after COVID, it's still going on. The thing is, if Kevin was so bad, he was so disgusting and so worthless, why are you still talking about him? Because his effect is much bigger than the effect is always much bigger than the man, right? I know. That's how come I do what I do. I said, that's how come I sacrifice. I want my effect to be bigger than me. I wanted the effect to be bigger than. I sacrificed my bank account because I actually want the effect to be bigger than my bank account. Okay, I could duck my head and do what YouTube tells me to do, and be a good little boy and not offend people and stuff like that, not offend women and not bring up uncomfortable truths in politics. I could do that, but the thing is, that's not what I'm here for. Till my guy BGS is on, I wouldn't expect. No, I wasn't expecting it either. I wasn't expecting it either. The thing is, every now and then I check into the cockroach sector and see what they're talking about, and all of a sudden, I do a video on Kevin about the documentary. I wasn't really talking about his effect. I could, because I knew the man. Okay. But the thing is, now all of a sudden, all this other crap coming out. So, motherfuckers, y'all can go to hell. Y'all can take that turd pancake and flip the fuck out of that turd pancake. Man, I don't give a shit. Because number one, you're worthless. You have no effect on the sector. You have no effect on the planet. That's what you're pissed off about. You're seeing that we're affecting things, okay? I was listening to a podcaster, and this chick was complaining about DNA testing at birth in her state. Okay, she's pissed. They won't sign the birth certificate, and he can't sign the birth certificate until they actually have a DNA test. Okay, and actually identify the father. and they're pissed. Okay, that shit would have never happened 10 years ago. Wouldn't even have come up. Now you got 10 states with that on the docket. Okay, you got 5 states that are leaning to or actually implementing 50-50 custody when you get a divorce. Okay, guess what happened to the divorce? It's going down. Why? Because the bitches can't rip you off no more. It's like I'm looking up because I'm looking up at alimony states, right? Because there's only a few states that still have lifetime alimony, right? California's one after 10 years under some circumstances, right? Okay, most states have gotten rid of all that shit. Okay, and most states are leaning toward 50-50 custody on divorce, right? That didn't happen before the manosphere. Okay. And now they're leaning toward because they could have done this shit. DNA testing at birth, they could do that real easy, man. They can with AI, you can actually do a DNA test on that kid within an hour. Not within a few days. You can do that within an hour. You can take a swab here and there. That AI can actually replicate and test that shit within an hour. They can do that. In fact, they can do that before the baby's born. If Bruce on Wayne, if you want to pull up, go ahead. I'm just giving the so-called haters a chance since some of them might be blocked. All right, go up. What's up?
Well, hello, Al. How you been?
Okay, you got some.
I gotta say hi to you, Elder.
Okay.
I can walk up to your house, not even say hi.
I'm surprised to see you over here.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. So what's up?
Hey, man. Thank you for existing.
Thank you for existing, man. Because there is no me without you. With me, I'm just a man hollering into the mic, into the void. So I cannot do shit by myself. And I admit that.
I cannot waste your existence, Elder. I love you, Elder. I just love that you exist, Elder.
Yeah, man, it was a hard road getting here, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you for all the knowledge. Thank you.
Appreciate you, man.
Sometimes I disagree with you.
Yeah, it's okay.
1% of the time, I just disagree with the Elder.
Okay, it's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But my thing, you disagree. I said I can be corrected. Prove me wrong. I say that all the time.
Fuck the world if I ever go against you.
People don't like that, man. And I don't mind people going against me. If you know what the fuck you talking about, you can go against me. But no, I just know what you're talking about. Okay. Listen, some people go against me and take it personally. I don't know you from Adam. Okay, I'm not here for you.
I wish I knew you personally. I wish I would brag about this shit. I go all over the place, man. Me and the Elder, we used to go around with each other. We hang out with each other. We hug each other. We slap fists with each other. Man, me and the Elder, we cool in real life. I wish I could do that.
Yeah, you know what? I do too. And were I younger, I probably would have done that. I probably would have been out more. I probably would have visited more because that's what people wanted. But at this stage, man, it's like two things. One is because I do come from the pro-black sector, and I know that a lot of my friends, okay, Dr. Umar, okay, make their money from this shit, okay. So if they can actually tie me to them, then they can't make their living like they used to. So that's one reason why I don't do it. I can still talk my shit and get my message across without damaging them. That's the only reason I've never really shown my face.
Sorry, Elder. I pulled up to the class and I did not know what the subject was. What were we talking about again?
We just talking about. I'm just talking about the reaction, to the Kevin Samuels documentary. Okay, and people.
They got documentary about.
Yes, it's on. Yeah, it's on there. I think they've had one. It's on Amazon. So.
What lies are they talking about?
Huh? Oh, it's not really lies. What he actually did. He actually did a very good job. He actually talked about. He really talked about what Kevin did per se. Okay, what he talked about is people's perception of Kevin on both sides of the aisle, for and against. That's what he actually did.
You're not lying
Okay.
about him?
Um, Not that I could detect that they're lying about him. Most of the stuff he's accurate. He actually didn't really talk about his personal life and stuff like that very much. He just kept to what was actually in the public record, and most of it was the reaction that he caused. That's the basic, like an hour and a half of people going back and forth about how they felt about it, what they thought about the job that he did,
So,
and
so
stuff
it's
like
not
that.
about. So it's no longer about. I didn't like how he said it.
I didn't. I thought that even though he might have been accurate in some of the things he said, I didn't like how he said it. He could have done this, that, or the third.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's not about that.
that's
They
it.
objectively went straight to to him. Finally, they went straight to his message, not about how he said it.
They because they can't argue with the message. The thing is, it's not about what he says. And women are like that anyway, man. They'll. Women will, well, you know this, man. Okay, women will prefer the sweet lie than the hard truth.
All the time.
I don't like what he said. You know, he
It-
said
it-
it.
I
Yeah.
don't like the way you said that.
you know how much pussy I could have got just by telling a sweet lie rather than the hard truth. I'm just not built like that.
Mm-hmm.
Telling me that I can get the 6'7" foot tall guy with the big dick and the money.
Yeah, okay. My thing is okay. If that's what you want. The thing is okay. Now let's look at it objectively. How come you can't get that guy?
You're not qualified.
You're not qualified. Okay, so you have to qualify. How you qualify?
Do that.
Now, you can't do anything about genetics. So what other things can you do to actually qualify?
I don't want to work out.
They're actually starting to work out now the economics means that I'm not going to get a man if I don't work out. So these bitches are actually in the
I
gym
don't
now.
want to read no books. I
They,
don't
they
want to
yeah,
be
well,
better.
well, reading books is reading books. Reading. Well, these group of younger people don't read no more anyway. So it's not just them. It's a whole generation of people. So they're in good company.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch the comic books and hear about Batman. No.
Read, nigga, read.
What's that Grinch used to say? Niggas don't read.
Books are
And
kryptonite for you, Negro.
before Charles go,
Uh-oh.
to all
Here
Kevin
comes Charles
Samuels
Tucker.
haters,
I'm
Go,
a
go ahead,
mute.
AB. All right, go ahead. Go
to
ahead,
all
AB.
to all the Kevin Samuels haters from the bottom of my heart, kick rocks.
Yeah. Yeah, at the end of the day, man, you cannot argue with his effect. Okay,
Nope,
you can't argue with his effect. I
at
mean,
all.
you can argue with a whole bunch of shit and stuff like that. People come in this sector thinking that we didn't know who Kevin was. We knew who Kevin was.
You talk to Kevin.
Talked to him. People took classes with him. People visited his house. Stuff, all kind of shit. Go ahead.
People, we knew Kevin for years, man, before he got big.
Before he got
Yes.
big.
It's funny. He was funny. He was my Facebook friend and Instagram friend. And it was funny. We had conversations. It's kind of crazy because I gave him the nickname The Godfather. The
Mm-hmm.
style profile. He just shortened it up to Godfather.
Godfather. Yeah,
And,
he took it and ran with it. Yeah.
yeah. So it was like, it reminds me of Jordan Burroughs, 7-time world Olympic champion, right?
Mm-hmm.
He lost his match. And this fan said, you should retire. You know what his response was? It was classy, but it was meaningful. What did you do? What did you do in your life? And this is
Yep.
the part where I look at people who live this mundane, mediocre, never really did shit, just was mad at the world because they fucking suck. Why are you going to talk about what the man, oh, he's gay? Why is it that 64% of black LGBT are women, but it's
Yeah.
always the guy got to be gay?
Yeah.
Y'all eat more carpet than a dust mite. I mean,
Can I,
we got to be the gay ones. Let's look
can,
at this. Black men
can I,
can't have children.
can
Black
I,
men
can,
don't take care of children.
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead. Finish, Charles.
Black men don't take care of children. the CDC, the United States government, said you're the best fathers on earth.
Basically, they've been saying black men don't take care of children since 1850. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Pink toes and watermelon.
I don't know. I ain't gonna say what pink goes and watermelon do. No, no, normally those don't match, man. Pink goes and
Hey,
watermelon.
we got the group of women in the world, right? The group of women when you go to the club, it's 8 of them deep
Mm-hmm.
in the VIP section,
Mm-hmm.
working on each other, throwing they on each other.
Okay.
When I say throwing it, I mean straight up throwing that thing in somebody's face. I'm
Okay.
jealous. I'm
Okay.
jealous, Elder.
Why?
I'm jealous. Man, I wish that thing was torn up in my face like that, boy.
Why?
I want some.
Uh,
I want some. I
you,
want some. I want some cake in my face.
okay, you know what? How much? You know the thing. The reason you don't is because there's problems that come with that twerking in
I'm
your face.
I'm going somewhere, Elder.
Okay.
And
You
these be
gotta
the
make.
same women telling you that you're gay.
I
Throwing
mean,
your ass in a female face is not gay.
you know what?
Is that
I am.
lesbian?
The thing is, if Kevin was gay, they wouldn't even call him gay.
No, they wouldn't. They would actually listen to
You
him
got
more.
you got them with their uncle,
No,
family,
no, no,
auntie, and them being gay, and they don't call them that.
you
And
have
you, because
you
you said something that they don't like, they call you gay. I'm like,
you
bish.
the gay men in the YouTube sector have more female followers than men followers. Why is that?
Hmm.
Mm.
Hated it.
Man, they be pressing on each other's butt. The way that they press on each other's butt, you can feel like there's a finger
Yeah.
slide up in there.
They use gay as a slur to straight men. If a woman
Mm,
calls you gay as a straight man, that means you're straight. Otherwise, she wouldn't
mm,
use it
Yep.
because it wouldn't hurt you.
yep.
I
See,
put it to this way.
I have never heard a black woman call a gay man gay in my
Nope.
whole
Never.
entire life.
Never.
We'll never
No,
make
no.
fun of them
Yeah,
either.
Now,
hey,
Never
now
made
when
BS,
fun of
now
them.
BS.
when
Yes,
they're
sir.
in the studio, now when they're putting their wigs on their face, not when they're getting their nails done, none of that. Now when they're in the club, especially when they're in the club and they
They,
throwing that thing around, they never call nobody else
the
gay.
only people they call gay when black women throw the gay slur around with a straight man. Go ahead, AB.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm,
I've actually had a dude try to call me gay, and all I did was point out I'm not the one wearing a skirt on my Facebook, having a
Oh,
picture in my
uh,
skirt and skirt on my Facebook post profile. Who you call a gay nigga?
um,
I
and
know.
I can say one thing about that particular person. Okay, he's never
Mhm.
tried to directly attack me ever.
Hmm.
In 11 years, he never tried to directly attack me. I don't know why. I know he probably wanted to, but he never tried to directly go at me.
Who?
The one wearing the skirt in his picture. If we talk about the same person.
No, this is somebody in my
Oh,
personal life.
okay. Oh, your personal
Elder,
life.
what?
Okay.
I don't know.
Charles knew who I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Elder, what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know him. He's one of the founders of the Black Manosphere.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Elder, what?
Yeah. I mean, it's there. You can go look at it, but it's there. There's pictures of
Yeah.
him doing it. Yeah, it's there. But
Yeah.
yeah, it is what it is.
Trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Or,
Whatever it is.
liberated. I don't
Liberate out. Yeah, I don't know.
know.
So
I just look at it like, look, a lot of people talk a lot of shit, man. What did you do lately? That's all I ask. What did you do lately? Because a lot of people, it really just comes down to jealousy. You act like you're bitching. That's what you really act
and
like.
they do act like they do, you know, that they do act like they're women, and not just the women, but also the black guys in the sector act like they're women.
They act like they're women because you're jealous of another motherfucker instead of asking how you earned it. And it's sad. Like you look at these groups on Facebook that that's really admonishing Kevin, and I'm like, it's a lot of misandry shit. And they're
Hmm.
like, oh, you weren't raised with your father. I said, you look like a father. I mean,
I
what the fuck are
say,
you?
I say, you weren't raised with fire, were you?
I looked at it. All these bitches in this thing are married. Oh, you argue with me on a Friday night. I was with a female and my sister and her boyfriend, my niece and her boyfriend at the harbor.
Mm-hmm.
Stop pursuing me. I said, I know what you're doing. You probably have your little rose getting a restraining order against you. That's what you probably have. Because you probably burnt the motor out of that damn thing. We already know you don't have a man because that's your picture right there. Good Lord. You look like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. Like, I mean, you got these fat, out of shape, 40, 50 plus, and all of these bitches supposed to be married, even though stats say otherwise when it comes to black women. So what? All y'all married, you know? Oh, I'm married. No nigga want to deal with you. That's why you up here Friday night trying to get some male attention.
So
Shut.
if she's if she's married, what's she doing? What's she
I'm going
doing where
to
you
type an
are by
angry
herself without her
comment.
husband?
I'm going to type an
Exactly.
angry
I
comment
told this.
right now.
I
Charles
had
Foster,
this
you
one
triggered
chick.
me. You
Go ahead.
triggered me right now,
Uh
Charles
huh.
Foster. I'm going to type an angry comment. You Charles Foster, you're a beep, beep, beep. You might be a beep, beep, beep. Oh, look at this. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah,
You
right.
know what? I'll be all that as long as I'm a good one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's funny because I told her. I said, why would you? Why you? If you have a man, why are you talking to a man you don't know? Like let's fill that shit out real quick. Like you got to be some of the most desperate and lonely bitches God ever set
Mm.
eyes on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man,
We can go about maybe 20 more minutes, guys, and we're gonna get out of here. You know.
Already?
I-
it's
yeah. You know,
impromptu.
this is just impromptu. You know, it's not.
Oh yeah,
This.
I was expecting. I was like, wait, he's on. What? Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
When AV called me, I'm
I started to do just a pre-recorded, but I said let me do this live just in case they want to jump up and talk shit, but they haven't showed
yeah.
up. But maybe they probably will later on. But thing is, man, I'm gonna give them a good blessing. Okay, get a good VHS blessing.
So I'm the only one who pull up.
You ever think about naming the channel
And
this? Because it's because this is what it pretty much is. VHS.
Oh, yeah,
VHS.
if I ever start doing my my thing on Rumble, okay, it's gonna be VHS unfiltered where I
Yeah.
can cuss.
Really?
Oh yeah. By the way, shout out to Mac's girlfriend Cherie for the VHS. That was funny.
It was funny.
It was like you know you and your guy VHS. Oh y'all were right. And she was so impressed because we predicted a lot of shit that her professor was like let me speak to you guys like because we predicted everything that was going to happen.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can
And
see it. You can see it. A lot of academics get focused in a narrow lane and they can't see out
yeah,
left or right, so they can't see it coming. So,
and it's like it's hilarious
last,
to me
last,
because you
last,
know
last, last thing I'm gonna say on this live.
go ahead.
Elder,
Hmm.
thank you for existing.
I appreciate you, man.
Thank you for all the things that you have taught me since 2020. I'm going to shut this down for myself. You have put me in an intellectual level that is so high,
Hmm.
and as a 5'7" guy, I'm looking at everybody as the I'm looking at my now you're a dumbass for
Yeah,
saying this. You're a
that's fun.
dumbass for thinking this way. Thank you, Elder. You are the only one who
Uh-huh.
can pull this off. I cannot thank the universe for you and Black Uru's existence. You and Black Uru,
Hmm.
y'all both are just blessings for all of us.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Appreciate it.
I just look at this and I say, how can you be really nasty about a man who really was rooting for you, sorry bitches? I always wondered that. This lets you know you can even be graceful losers.
It is because it's very difficult to correct women, especially black women. Okay,
Mhm.
okay, without kissing their ass. Okay, uh, Jeff Jeff knows how to balance kissing their ass with giving them um, the right information. So
Mhm.
he wraps it, with a kiss. Okay, so
Mm,
which is unique to him. It's still
mm,
there, but he wraps it in a kiss. So when they get it, okay, they get the punch, but thing is wrapped in a kiss.
you know what? I'm gonna need to pull up on Jeff because me and him we have to talk.
Jeff has his method, man. He has a method to Jeff's madness. I understand what he's doing. Okay.
Nah, me and Jeff, we got beef. Hey Jeff,
Uh
I'm
huh.
gonna pull up on you one day.
Okay. Well,
I'm
you
gonna
know,
pull up on Jeff.
he's not opposed.
Can y'all put me in? Can y'all link me up with him? I want to
I,
fuck
yeah,
on him.
I, you know, the thing is, he doesn't do. Eventually, he probably will do open stuff, but he hasn't done it yet. So,
Yeah.
Nah,
Come on,
so.
I
Jeff. Come
I
on,
need
Jeff.
to
We got to
pull
be
up on Jeff
managers.
because Jeff, me and Jeff, we got beef.
But you got to remember, Jeff is an academic. He's not in the same space that we are.
Yes.
Yeah, but Jeff.
When you okay, when you deal with academics when you deal with academics, okay, academics run differently. They don't, they're not down here, in the mud
In the
with
mud
us.
with us.
No.
They're
Ah,
not
yeah,
running.
you see,
They're not
I
running.
can't even predict your lingo, Elder. Thank you.
They're not running.
That's how come I told the Democratic Party and stuff like that. Okay, okay, okay. We're not in here with you. You're in here with us.
Yep.
Hmm.
They're not running
They don't
things.
I'm
know.
talking about the butthurt blues, as I call
You know what? Okay, since we're here,
them.
you want to talk about their asses, okay? I have three words to say about them: dumb motherfuckers. Okay, y'all,
Yeah,
you cannot be this fucking stupid.
they
You
are.
can say.
No, they can't be. They have to be doing this intent. You cannot be this motherfucking stupid, man. Which just frustrates me. You can't be this goddamn stupid.
I can't
You'll
say
be,
a word because
you'll
they
be
will
surprised.
break
Like
my laptop. Thank you very
I'm
much,
just
Elder.
like I've have no faith in humanity anymore when it comes to intellectual prowess, and it's sad because you have such a problem with just gaining male support and stewardship because you are so fucking bad at eating.
It's,
But,
it's,
but these bitches even have sons.
yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
They're gonna
they
have
have
a. You know what?
they have sons because of biology. Okay.
You know what? What? Who wants me to do a goddamn after party, man? Because I got to talk about that shit. About that
Well,
shit.
about what shit?
And I'll do it.
About that
I'll do the
shit
after
with the
party with
mother,
you,
man. I
Charles.
swear to. I
Charles,
swear
do it.
to the.
Okay, one
I
at a time,
swear to
y'all.
the. I swear to the Almighty Christ, with the by the grace of Christ and the power
Uh
of the great skull.
huh.
That is the realest a black mother will get. She's pissed off about something in her life, so she got to make everybody else in the house miserable.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That
Yeah. Yeah. If she doesn't get it, if things aren't going her way, she does it. My mother did it. I mean, I'm sure your mother did
You
it.
know, I'm talking about the Mammy Two Shoes.
Oh God! I mean, you know what? Because I was laying in bed and I was
Mhm.
thinking, because I was thinking about the Maori chick, right? About her tearing up the thing like that. I said, God damn! I said, who is the epitome of the black gynocracy in the United States? And it was Mammy Two Shoes.
Yes.
Well, think about it.
Even as a kid, I was like, "Who is that bitch?"
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was just a total bitch too. And the sad part about it, she wore a bonnet and she was big.
and she was big, and the thing is, she was the old fashioned mammy, okay?
Man,
And,
just a straight up mammy.
she was a mammy, and the thing is, that shows you how long this shit had been around. Because when I looked at it, my grandmother was just like that. My great grandmother was just like my mama was just like that. Okay, it's not like the, she was actually an anomaly. She wasn't. Okay,
Just
it's typical.
mean and fucking nasty for no fucking reason.
And you just saw that streamer with the same. She was nothing but mammy two shoes
And then
going after that streamer.
she coming up there violent. And
Yeah,
and here's and try to embarrass somebody openly. She knew the nigga was online.
yeah,
She knew.
yeah.
Just violent as shit. Like I tell you, man, they be like black men are so violent. Bullshit.
Well, when we came up when Dr. Curry came up with that data. Okay, talk about
Mhm.
the black one, the most violent cohort in the United States.
I remember when I told you the research from the U.S. crime stats,
Yeah,
man. I told you that when I had to do the research.
yeah, black
Black
one.
women, black women, when it comes to domestic violence
Yeah,
between men and women,
yeah.
70% of the time it's the women.
It's the women, and when you goes down to the kids sector, guess what? It's the women. Black women are the most violent
They're violent. Shit.
Hey, BGS, how do you
in the
know?
United States. Go ahead.
BGS, how do you know black women like
Gentlemen,
you? How you know?
AB first, and then you,
Hey, BGS, how do you
Bruce.
know a black girl likes you?
If she hits you, yeah. That's why loving basketball was the icon of black love. Okay, that's why when black women
BGS,
love that. Go ahead, go ahead.
it doesn't change.
can I
No,
throw
wait.
the fire?
Hold on.
Can I keep the bucket?
Let him land his plane, and then you can take off. Okay.
It doesn't change really. Really, I still have checks that hit me when I go to dialysis.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Go ahead, Bruce.
I, as three children, I feel safer with a bear than with Lindsay.
The thing is, there's a bear that you know, and there's a bear that you don't know. I'd rather deal with the bear that I do know, which is a woman in the home.
I don't, Elder. I'm going to
But that's
swoop
just
and
me.
hug
That's
the
just me.
bear.
That's just me. At least the bear, you know what you're getting.
Oh man,
Go
shit. You
straight to the
got
bear.
Yeah.
I'm headed straight to the bear. I'm not going Lindsay way. I'm at the crossroad. Lindsay is on the left, bear's on the right. As a three children, I'm headed straight to the bear. Thank you very much.
You know what? I'm gonna call. I'm gonna get a new. I'm gonna get a new channel made up called Mammy Media. Uh, just to do shit like this. Like you can't make this. Oh, coming in. I want to embarrass you. But then that's gonna be the same person when she gets sick. Oh, why don't you visit me?
Basically, the kind of commentary just did a video talking about uh, I Speed's mama doing the same shit to him, okay, and then turn around and asking him for money after embarrassing him.
Why do you think it's so easy? People are like, you got to take care of your mama. You've been black in the community. How does your mother do? Does she
It,
embarrass you or sweet
it,
you?
it only works in the black community because trust and believe in the white community they cut her off.
Oh, they have no shit. They had a movie
Eh,
called Throw Mama Off the Train.
Your mama from the train. They sure did. Okay, black,
Shit, they'll
white,
play that
white.
shit.
That's why I know we live in a matriarchy because we're actually winter soldiers because we
Yeah,
actually do that.
white women do that to their white boys. That them white
And the
boys.
white boy, I mean, we used to tell them jokes about a white boy calling his mom a bitch,
hmm
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and we
they had to
and we,
come.
and we get scared, okay? Because
Yeah.
you call your mama, ooh, not even our mama. We get scared because the idea of calling your mama a bitch in the black community, okay? You
And that's how you
get you
you
killed.
get Elder to stay here for more than 20 minutes. Remember?
Now, that is true. So, but anyway, no, you guys got about 5 more minutes, and then before we get out of
Although
here.
to be fair, it's becoming a trend now that even some black people are cutting their parents off. They did dirty.
I mean, eventually it's going to get old, and the thing is, that is that is the power of the manosphere and the black manosphere changing people's worldview. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because even the stepdaddy shit, even though it was starting to change, it didn't change that fast until the manosphere came about.
Yeah.
It started identifying this and start telling you what you don't have to do. Okay, the whole contract thing. Even now even white women are talking um, about white women are actually talking about white men refusing to be stepdaddies and shit. Like they're talking shit about it. Even though white men would not talk about it, they just wouldn't do it. They,
Mm-hmm.
they, they wouldn't marry him, but they wouldn't talk about it. Now white men are starting to talk about it because of where it started with us.
No, what was that? The old saying with the canary in the coal mine.
Yeah, basically, okay. Um, who has who's allowed is the person that has the most to lose, and that's us.
Mm-hmm.
Because we ain't got no choice. I remember this in the movie Rome, the series Rome, right? Caesar was getting ready to fight Pompey, right? And he said, "We either fight or die." I said, "People have other people have other options. Okay, we either fight or we die. We don't have no options. Okay."
Mm-hmm.
That's black men, okay? There's only one way out, okay, and that's through. There's only one way out for black men. Either you're gonna go into the grave or you gonna fight your way through this shit. There's
Yeah.
no black men don't have no other options. They never had. Anyhow, anyway, closing thoughts, people.
No. To all the Kevin Samuels haters, once again, go kick rocks.
They can kick, and they can go to fucking hell, man.
Hmm.
What I care about, they can go to hell. And it's still the same old shit, man. They're trying to disparage his name. He's gay. He's broke. Yada yada yada, yada yada yada. You dumb niggas are following his ass. It don't matter. I don't care if he's a bum on the street. Guess what? He got us out of Egypt, across the River Jordan. Okay, that's all that counts. That's all that counts. Chaos has a link.
No,
Okay,
no, that's some different. I gotta post some better.
go
BJS,
ahead, real quick.
one question, man.
Uh huh.
I recognize that woman's voice. I hope that's not May.
There was May. There was May.
I'm not sure what is your fascination with this woman, but she is irrelevant right now to anybody right now.
Uh,
No one's
oh,
watching
oh.
this person.
What do you recognize when you hear May?
I
My
the only
mama.
person
No. Hold on. What do you recognize when you hear May?
right here, May.
Yeah, when you hear her talk.
When I hear her talk, it's like screechers. It's my
It's
ears.
sweet, but it reminds you of a whole bunch of other black women just like her, right?
And all I gotta say is this: she better leave Kendra alone. We used to call her DJ Hot Sauce for a reason.
Um, uh, May. One thing I like about May is unfiltered. Cause May's got a screw loose. Okay, May's
Yeah.
unfiltered. Okay.
That's a that's a crazy
And,
one.
and, and what,
One
what,
crazy
what,
beat.
and what May does is say the shit that most black women think out loud. And that's why I like May. That's why I
Hmm.
play her. It's because she'll say the same shit. She'll say the shit that black women won't say, but she'll say it out loud because she's mean like that.
Okay. Can I
She's
go?
mean.
Can,
She's
can I go
mean. And
last?
when people look, what she look at is she's a big back. Say, oh yeah, your meanness makes sense, but no one cares.
Yeah, there's a lot of big backs that aren't mean. May has that doesn't have a.
Filter.
The only time May has a filter is with her husband. Okay, because he trained her that way. Okay, but to everybody else, May is a mean ass bitch. You can tell. Go
Hmm.
ahead. Go. Okay. Go ahead,
Boops.
Bruce.
Okay. I'm going out like that. Okay. Thank the universe for you, Elder BGS, Black Uru, Mr. Z, and I can't believe I have to say his name too. Roger, Charles Faulkner, AB Media, Kevin Samuels, rest his soul,
Mm.
and all of the other ones who were slightly adjacent to New Manosphere, the Black Manosphere specifically, because, well, they might click my name and next me to y'all, although I'm just a tether. Thank you for all that y'all have been doing since 2016. Why I say 2016? That's when I started following the Manosphere
Hmm.
and then the Black Manosphere. Thank you for the
All right.
work that y'all been doing. You all had me walking around dumb people and I identify them as dumb heifers. I'm walking out. I'm walking to them and like, who's a dumb motherfucker? Who's a dumb heifer? Who's a dumb bitch? Sometimes I think, yeah, it slips out of my mouth. I remember I told the bitch to shut the fuck up in real life. I've, I've never done that prior to the man. I told the bitch to shut up. She was upset. Huh? A Negro told me to shut up? Yeah, I told him to shut up. You're talking too much. Been there forever. Shut up. Let's do it this way. And it worked. Thank you, BGS.
All right. Appreciate you. Anybody else
Oh,
last thoughts? Go ahead, real
Neymar.
quick.
Neymar too.
Oh,
Neymar.
name. Yeah, name.
Neymar, my personal friend. Neymar, this heifer. This heifer too. He part of us. Fuck this cracker.
Oh,
Fuck the motherfucker.
they've been riding us since the beginning. So
Yeah, fuck you, Neymar.
Yeah, well, go ahead, Naaman. Go ahead, get your shot in before we get out of here.
First of all, whoever I don't know what this Haitian is mad at me about. I never did him dirty. I've been his brother since day one, but he gotta say fuck you to me, motherfucker. This is not the time to be calling me. It's
If
all
a
love, but I
if
know.
a, if a, a Haitian don't say fuck you, then we don't care about you.
I mean, pretty much.
I know that, but if he really cares about me, he could do something better.
Yeah. At some
He could
point,
do something better for me.
at some point, your Haitian friend is gonna tell you to fuck yourself. But it is
You
what it
know,
is.
you know what, BGS? I
Yes,
got
sir.
Father, forgive me for I've sinned.
Again.
Okay. When has he
And
not sinned?
you know, I was told, by this one chick, she didn't want to speak to me, so I left her alone for a month. And
Hmm.
like a good neighbor, good dick is over here. But I'm just, I have to look and say, in retrospect, these women say we're just a bunch of incels, couldn't get women, and it makes me think about how pathetic it is of how these bitches got a nerve to complain about us when they couldn't even get a man. They can't get a police officer to get on their fucking way and they call 911.
It's getting to the point where the black women can't even get dick right now. That's how bad it's gotten.
It is getting bad. Like, you know what?
They
You
can't
like
get they can't even give it away. So that's how bad
you
it
gotta
is.
be you gotta be like Dick Nopsy. No dick for you. No,
Yeah,
no.
a lot of guys are saying no dick for you right now, and then that's how come they're upset. They're not getting no dick.
Yep, that's
Hey,
what
me,
No, you mean
I'm
like
part
what's
of
his
the.
face with
I'm not giving you
no more
nothing.
dick
Oh
No,
yeah, yeah, I
no
remember
more
that. It
dick.
was funny. No more dick. Yeah, that's funny.
That's
with
Skit.
B
No money
Simone.
from
Remember?
you.
No more
Yeah,
dick. Say it
no more dick.
again.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
more
yeah.
dick.
Yeah,
Say another
that's a
word.
skit.
No more dick.
It had about 3 or 4 guys. People do that skit. Yeah.
Neymar,
Hmm.
fuck you, Neymar. We know what's going on here.
Here we go.
I know. Y'all want to call me a tether and everything, even though I ain't done nothing wrong, you
I
know.
mean, okay, you can't be a tether if you're not here. Okay,
yeah.
you're not in
That's
the United
true.
Hey,
States. You can't be a
hey,
tether.
That's true. I know, I know, but
I'm
sometimes I have to take the
supporting
word and
nothing.
twist it sometimes just to fuck with people.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
So, which I hate. I hate the name. Well, some. There are some cosplaying Africans that try to be tethers. There are some. Okay.
That's true.
They cosplay. Say, bitch, you see, you got an African mother and father. You're not African American. So
Taking the funk, yeah.
stop trying to cosplay.
Hey,
And,
Hmm.
listen.
go ahead.
Hmm.
Before anything else,
Okay, go
fuck you, Neymar.
ahead. See, he cares about you. And all right,
I
good
know.
people. All right, good people. Our time is up.
and, and
Real
just,
quick,
Bye bye.
Charles.
yep, I'm gonna give you one in about 10 minutes. And Namer, from now on,
Hmm.
your name's gonna be Tether. Tether Campbell.
Well, we never called him by his original YouTube name though.
No, we didn't.
No, he
Nah,
never called him. We never called him. He never used it here either. So,
Yeah, I
nah.
just like to call Namer Tevin
eh,
Campbell.
yeah,
That's
but
all.
when you go to them white sectors, he uses his other name.
Yeah.
I have to just to separate everything, because you don't want to get anything confused and protect everybody. Am I wrong for that?
No, I didn't say you're wrong. I'm just saying, he has an alternative name. I've heard it. We just don't use it.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
too arrogant to make an alternate name. Just like,
Mm.
yeah, bitch, I did it.
And motherfucker, because motherfucker, you think you that nigga, and you probably are.
I
I
am
can't
that.
I can't argue with it. So
Hey, that's
I would love to argue with it, but I can't argue with it. You are that
I,
dude, okay?
hey, that's what she said before I took her home.
It was yeah, and probably said it twice she visited and left.
Oh yeah, it
Mm.
came and gone.
Came
Came
and
and went.
gone. Yeah, came and went. Shoo. Yeah.
I have a question for you, BGS.
Go ahead, real quick.
In the
Baby come
memory of
from
Kevin
Mary.
Samuels,
Uh huh.
considering which fraternity he belonged to, how many
Uh
men do you think were inspired to join the Kappas because of him? Because from what I understand, he was an old school Kappa, as it was explained to me.
Not basically anybody in that vein. Okay, you don't need to inspire people
Hmm.
to become Kappas because
Yeah.
Kappas they carry their own little whatever benefits with it. So I don't think very
Hmm.
many. So.
They're the pretty boy group.
What he did inspires a lot of Kappas to come out from behind the veil and actually start interacting with us. So So a
Yeah.
lot of Kappas that came out of the out of the dark, out of the shadows to actually interact with us.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. Go see
so
them red and white canes galore. Red and white
I,
canes
I,
galore.
I think Jeff might be one of those. I think he might be one of those guys. So we'll see.
Mm. All
Anyhow,
right.
y'all.
Come on. Hey, BG, put in a
Yes,
good
sir.
word for Jeff so he can get me, so we can interview me. I think I would be a
Uh,
great interview.
I,
I think
I,
I would.
I, I think he's working his way down the ladder. Okay, because he's working two sides. Is because he's an academic. He's working the academic side too. So it's
Mhm.
going to take a minute.
I'll be
He'll
like,
get
hey,
there.
I'll be like,
He'll
I
get
think
there.
I'd be a great interview for Jeff. He'll be like, how black pill are you? I'm dark, man.
Yeah, I think he should have you. And I think Dr. L's been on with him already, if I'm not mistaken. Um, if you had if you were an academic, he probably would have had you on already. But he'll work his way down. I think you and Dr. L should be on with him when when the time is right. So he has he been in this sector a year yet?
Yes.
A
Mhm.
little over.
A little okay. So he just got here, so give him some time.
Uh,
All right, all right,
My
good
my
oh,
people.
only
and
my
by the
only
way,
issue
What
with him is he gonna turn black pill right quick. I'm like, bro,
he's
you keep fucking with these bitches,
he,
you're gonna
he,
turn black pill, man.
the thing is, he told me this is what he told me. Okay, he said he's already black pill. He just hides it. He said he controls it. So in other words, he's already dealt with drug addicts and because he's actually a therapist. He deals with the dark side already.
oh,
So he already deals
I
with it.
like this guy already.
So the things already dealt with it, and some of the things
Hmm.
sometimes I have to call him out because he'll let it slide. Like with body count, say, "Come on, Jeff, you read the literature just like I did. You know why body count matters."
Boss,
But
elder.
he's willing to not talk about it in that he's willing to let people talk instead of I don't let people talk about it. Man, look that shit up, because you're wrong.
Right.
So the woman that wrote the book in 1996, she talks about the body count in detail, right? The one I got,
In
right?
'95, Malcolm 11 Lust, yeah, she
Yeah,
does,
96, yeah.
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. Did you get the emails about that particular contract I shared with you, just about the body
I,
count?
d- I don't know. I might have. I don't know.
Check your email again.
Hmm.
Who's the content creator?
I
I mean,
posted.
there's a bunch of them that have done that.
Yeah, there's a
So,
bunch of her. Last name is Heidi's.
oh, okay. I don't know. I mean, it's very
Do you
with the
want one check or one?
you can send it back again. The MGTOW, we talked about this a long time ago, man. It's in the
Yeah.
literature about body count and all that kind of shit, man.
Hmm.
It's there already.
Yeah.
So Jung talked about it. So
Hmm.
it's not something that we don't know already. It's just
Hmm.
feminists don't want. And personally, I could give a hot fuck how many bodies you have if I'm fucking you. Thing when that comes in where you actually have to have kids by you actually marry you. That's when the problems come in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Oh,
because
Hmm.
can you make me?
I can never really trust you because you do have a high body count and you will drift. Okay,
Or better, or better,
you will get bored. Go ahead.
or better off. Can you make me bust a big nut?
Most time, the thing is, and I talked to Master Yao about this. Okay,
Hmm.
um, is that it is harder to get aroused by high body count chicks than low body count chicks.
Hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
Also, for some of us,
because I've had that
oh, sorry, go ahead.
problem too. I've had that problem,
Hmm.
not as a random, but in a relationship. It's harder to actually continue to get aroused by a high body count chick. Okay,
Mm.
I asked him about that. I said because I thought it
Elder.
was. Hold on, let me finish my thought, and you can jump in. Okay,
Hmm.
because I asked him about that is because I had I was actually engaged to a high body count chick, right? And the thing is, I wondered was something wrong with me is because it's harder for me to actually get excited about her, right? He said no, it's very common. He said, your dick is very smart. His intelligence, he can tell when something is not fresh. In other words, okay. Go ahead.
Thank you,
No, go ahead.
thank you, Elder. You can close the chat right now. Thank you
Okay,
very much, Elder,
okay,
for your
yeah,
knowledge.
All
yeah.
right.
Good.
Well,
So,
well,
so
Master Teacher, with
yes,
that,
sir.
I just say three. I got three things for you, as I always do. First of
Hmm.
all, here's your modified cane. We'll talk about all the stuff that goes in there with it.
Yeah.
Here are your beads. Here are your other D beads. And finally, remember the motherfucking mantra, motherfucker.
Yeah, you got to remember the frats and the black BCUs and stuff like the HBCUs are basically hooked up deep time and long time with the gynocracy. It is what it is. You gonna if you cannot be an HBCU and hooked up with the frat shit like that without being part of the gynocracy. It's very difficult. In other words, they will kick you out if you don't actually toe the line. It is what it is. Anyhow, all right, good people.
It's in the back chat, BJS. So
okay.
I ain't wasting email because if you got to go through a whole bunch of emails, just snatch it in the back chat. It'd be easier.
Okay. I did think I think I did see this. Yeah, I did see this.
And the funny thing with this particular woman, I kind of scroll down and look at their page, and I say, "Oh, you're here to sell books."
Yes, I had no problem with him selling books.
I mean, no problem. I might hustle, but you see, the problem with them is that
the thing is their information accurate? It doesn't matter whether you sell a book or not. To me, I'll buy the book if you're accurate.
I mean, she got one that's free, and I could probably send a link to that. But
if she's accurate, she's giving good information. I will buy the book. She deserves to make some money if she's accurate. This is why I look at it. I don't believe in poor righteous teachers. Anyhow, all right, you got people. Let me get out of here. What is it?
BGS.
All right. What is it? Let me find her because sometimes when it runs too long, I want to find her. Okay, where is she at? Okay.
Good evening. Your time now is 10:52. I'm Jeanette Reyes. We told you at 7:52. I don't want to hold you. We told you at 8:52. Don't let me keep you. This just into our newsroom. You are not obligated to go to your place of residence as your final destination, but it certainly cannot be here.
All right. Good night, people. BGS. All right, good night, people. And I'm gonna leave off with this one though.
And with that, I just have two more words to say. Obama out.
Who are you, real deal? You got 30 seconds, man.
Hey, what's going on, BGS? I caught you toward the end. I just want to get your perspective on something since I saw you live.
Go ahead. You got, like I said, you got 15 seconds. Go ahead, get it in.
Okay, how far do you think things are going to expand in terms of men traveling overseas as far as the passport thing? Do you think it'll slow down or expand more?
It's going to explode because it has to, because America is increasingly going to be someplace where you have to go on a boat and go work someplace else. It's actually going to expand a lot faster than you think.
Okay, so is that a bad thing for the women over here? What is it?
The women have to adjust. Okay, it is a bad thing for the women here because they're at the top of the scale. They have to go down. They have to start taking pay cuts. They don't want to do that.
And not only that, they're gonna be fully bedwenching if they're not doing it already.
The things they're gonna have to turn into sugar mamas, and they don't want to do that. If they go overseas to a lower earning place, they have to be sugar mamas. They don't actually want to be sugar mamas.
Okay, the reason I asked you that, I'm gonna hang up. The reason I asked you that because I left a live, and I heard some ABWs in there talking about. They said that they have a problem with the fine men leaving with the money. They say they just want the ugly men to go overseas. They say they don't have a problem with it, but I think they got a problem with both.
These dumb fucking bitches, man. They want everybody's money, man. Come on, man.
The thing is that it doesn't matter whether the ugly dudes with money or the fine dudes with money. Basically, you're draining money from the pool.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter, and basically, the ones that they get the dinner dates and shit like that, they get it from the ugly dudes with the money. So
exactly.
So they don't care on both ends. Most of the fine dudes with the money are probably not the ones getting on the plane and leaving.
Well, she said they're already leaving. She said that the handsome guys leaving too. So they say they got a problem with that.
Well, why you want about them in the first place?
It's most of the dudes that are fucking leaving to go find other women are not the handsome dudes. Okay.
Oh.
So the bitch don't know what the fuck she talking about.
And really, let's go there. Let's say that.
No, we're not gonna get into a big back and forth.
We're not. Thank you.
We're not. Most of, in fact, the chicks that are over there reporting back are saying that most of the guys over there, what they call the losers back home. Okay, they're not the fine, good-looking dudes. Okay, they're not.
To their standards.
to whatever you do. It doesn't matter what the standards are. It is okay. The fine, good-looking dudes that they consider fine and good-looking in America are not the ones that travel overseas to actually date and mate. Okay, they're not. Okay, the majority of them are average dudes, average-looking dudes. The majority. Okay, it is what it is. So that bitch don't know what the fuck she talking about. And tell her I said that. Anyhow, all right, good people, we out.
Yeah, let's go, man.
What can I say?
What? Real quick. All right.
What can I say? Mamba out.
All right.